Hello everyone. Welcome to SGL versus Inti. I'm gonna be the caster of the day. Wait, you cannot see me. Thank you for the follow, Marty Copas. Let's join here. There we go. Now you can see me right there on the screen, and we are about to begin pretty soon. We have Jason Knight and Sung as the starters for their respective teams. And yeah, SGL 2 and 3. Then I have the best start of the season, considering that 2 and 3 minus 16 RD rather probably isn't the best way to go. But Inti did turn around some heads in this debut season for them. So let's see if they can continue establishing this dominance, or SGL could climb back to their original form from the previous season, which was a 6-4 playoffs. So yeah, we're about to begin pretty soon. So let's see how that goes. Anytime now. Alright, referee has given the start. We can start now. Let's go. I believe we have Jason on the bottom and Sung on the top. Yes, we do. Alright, so Shark as a potential starting choice from Inti. Very interesting. And Yukimuro can mean a couple of things, especially 22 cards. You can have the obviously the Gaia. You can also have the Harpies, but we haven't seen a tie that binds Harpies in forever, really. So let's wait and see how the starting turn ensues. Alright, set 3 from Sung. Thank you for the follow, even. Alright, set 3. I'm curious to see how Jason is going to respond to that. If he is on the tie that binds Harpies. But my heart tells me he's on Gaia. Oh, he actually is on Harpies. Alright. That's a really interesting starting deck there. Really interesting, okay. So we see the Perfumer and Egotist. Oh man, now you wish you really had that Harpies hunting ground, I bet. Still. For now, everything is going well. The Cyber Harpy is being special summoned. Any prompt from Sun. We have seen Floodgate being played a couple of times in water, but just as well we have seen the TTH being played, and no Soul's Nest, no nothing. Board is gone. All he has left is setting cards. Alright, Angler as the first and only monster. And swinging for a grand total of 800. Back to Jason. Alright, so do we know any cards in his hand? No, we do not. He's already used the Perfumer and the Egotist, so Let's see how this goes. This is normal summon Harvey Oracle. Can grab back the Egotist. Not the worst. Could attempt to climb over that Angler, but also not the best. Right. Tie that binds. Alright, so he isn't intending actually to go into Cyber Slash, which I believe is a really good play right now, because the only punishing play, right, is the top deck Diva, which could be dealt with a few of the set cards from Jason. Same as well for Sung with the Cyber Slash. He can also just as well get rid of those set card of the Cyber Slash, I mean. Big delay there. That or Jason actually just intends to go for game, although looks pretty unrealistic through 3 set cards. Oh, I just realized I don't have the music on. Alright, here we go. Have some background music, not just my voice. Alright, so still in that attack declaration battle step slash damage step delay. Really big delay here. Really thinking about the game state. Must be both players. And both attacks go through. Are we gonna see any extension? No. We're just gonna keep and not force any advantage that we may not like. And yeah, I guess we're just gonna pass. So Sung really not lucky there with the starting cards. Any combination of 2 monsters is like, you know, you get the Dweller out, and now he has to stop 3 attacks, potentially more, if there's any Soul's Nest in that face down Spear and Trap zone. Is he just gonna leave it through? He will be revealing one of the cards that Jason has. A book. Good information, good information. And another book. This time from the side of Sung. And once again another book, but sadly it's insufficient, seemingly. Don't think Sung is running any hand trap. Alright, so that concludes the first match. Quite unlucky there from Sung, but Jason does take the win with quite an unorthodox, you could say, Harpy build. We'll be waiting for Sung to either declare the repeat or go for the second deck. Either or. Thank you for the follow, Sarcasm, for 9-1. So, guys, how's it been? How's this day going for you? We have a lot of Team Wars action today. We have on the main channel what used to be a one-sided game between FHX and Duel Links Taiwan has become a rather two-sided game from the side of the opinion of like FHX initially streaked was a 2-7, but now Moon went 8-1 to not only grab the game into their favor but also put them on a match point, which is just insane to me, by the way, how that can be done like that. since I still am refereeing that match, I have seen all of the decks that have been used thus far, and the wins that were grabbed for FHX were solely from Melodious and regular Magician Girls. So I'm hoping we're gonna see some of that action here as well, like some exciting new decks, but we just have to wait and see. So Song didn't repeat, instead switched to the second deck. We have Jaden and Yubel. And we won't be seeing exactly what he's running on the first turn. Opts to set 3 cards total. Alright, searches for the Harpy's Hunting Ground. So, while he isn't playing the skill, I did assume that he probably would be playing Harpy's Hunting Ground. There's a reason why he didn't search it last game. It's because he didn't have a lot of monsters in his opener, and rather opted for that pressure with Egotist, and attempting to just force the back row rather than try to destroy it and force it subsequently. But we will be seeing quite a similar case now with the Swallow's Nest dodging that Book of Moon. Channeler, you don't like to see Channeler, especially with just one set. Thankfully, if that set is like a battle trap, well, at least it's gonna... it should resolve. Never mind. I literally was just talking about how Harpy's Hunting Ground was searched and why wasn't it searched last game. And, well, it's activated now, so... we're for sure gonna be seeing that set being activated pretty soon. Channeler effect, is it gonna go through? Let's see the discard. Gonna be the Lady One. What are we getting out? Probably Oracle. There you have her. Target the set card. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be perhaps the TTH. Perhaps, well, if it was Fiendish, it surely would have been activated. So yeah, there's the TTH. Book TTH. Those are some back rows we actually usually see in Harpies. There's another big delay. Does Jason have another Swallow's Nest? Is the chain gonna resolve? It will. We'll be seeing one set and the Oracle effect, sadly for no card in the end phase. Back to Song. So it is Harpy's Mirror. Interestingly enough, well, what other skill Jaden Yubel has aside from the Tidal Vines? Right, guys? So it's like a 1 in a million chance to see actually the Tie That Binds mirror match. And we do have a Swallow's Nest as well for Sung. Perfumer. Using his own Harpy's Hunting Run against him. Unchainable. Probably that second Swallow's Nest I was talking about earlier. Alright, yeah. Don't talk about that here, it's irrelevant. Sharky. So any spell or trap left, or do you have the Swallows to make it lethal this turn? No. Although Jason is left on just 2 cards post-draw phase. So it's probably not gonna be worth much. Harpist in the end phase as well. Can opt for that Channeler, provided you do get a Harpy top deck, but probably just best to go for a Perfumer here. One set. And the Oracle. Attempts to attack. Oracle does have sufficient attack. And it's fortunately a Book of Moon. Let's see if the set card will be saving Jason here. Well, a third monster just as well works. Considering we know he at least had a monster, so. Alright, alright. Show us that set card, Jason. We need to see if it prevents the lethal here with the 3 monsters. No trap in the grave, so there's still like a possibility of Treacherous Trap Hole being very, very powerful here, but sadly it is Fiendish only. So that's gonna be it. We will be having a sudden death here with both players having used one deck only available at their disposal. No Sharky. I don't like talking with cheaters. Alright, let's see. Second deck of Jason. What do you pair with the Tie That Binds? Well, we have seen from Jason at least that from Sung at least that we do have a Water Xyz at our disposal. So let's check it out. Yami Yugi can be an indication of Gaia. Chandler. Just the usual. You love to see that. Thank you for the follow. Alright, Sharky, can you just... You know what? Alright, let's go. So here's Cyber Slash. Egotist. It is turn 1. Does he have the Federalist already in hand? He does. Set 3 pass. Set 1. Oh my god. I didn't want to say pass there, but damn. It is gonna be just a pass here. Unfortunate. Swallow's Nest in the end phase. That's rough. Can get the Perfumer out here and either add a second Egotist if he runs it, or end rather the Harpy's Hunting Ground if he runs it. And yeah. We have the confirmation at least that he doesn't run or well, he also has the choice to not add. Just notice the number of cards of 25 from Jason. And oh my god, there's the 100 Thunders. So like the only oh, Duel Links Steamers is now hosting my stream with 119 viewers. Welcome everyone to this game of Shadow Games Links versus Inti. Very important game for both teams. Week 6 is, well, I was just talking about how important this game would be, but Sung just taking it. So now that puts us to a 2-1 score line in favor of Sung. Jason and I sadly didn't do much there with the sad bricks. Thank you guys for the follow. I'll try to keep up the coup. Yeah, so let's see. Earlier we actually had a Harpy's mirror match in the form of the Tided Binds, and you probably don't often see that every day, so it was quite interesting. Aside from that, we didn't see much, although we probably can see something interesting from Refresh depending on what type of counter deck they prepared. Thank you for the follow, guys. Alright, let's see. 20 cards. Yeah, heraldry is funnily enough, actually, I don't think that there was any extra deck monster being used, which was quite interesting. Well, we will be seeing the Tanky adding the Emerald Bird, so we got that confirmation that it is Lunalight, one of the prime decks right now in the meta to counter Harpies, and especially when they don't have well, it can be seen as a double-edged sword where they don't have Slash on the field to abuse that extra material straight from the deck, and even potentially OTK. But considering he did have the bird into Martin combo, Book of Moon, interesting. Well, at least he won't be able to get an extra monster on the field with thanks to Martin. However, there's still 4 other cards in hand that we don't really know at all. So there's the Lunalight fusion at least, and we'll be fusing using 3, the bird, the Martin, the second one from hand, and the rabbit. And that's a 3900 Saber Dancer, so just shy of being lethal. Bird can make that attack lower, but at least he can bounce, which is not by any stretch of the imagination a bad thing. Martin at least retrieves the rabbit, but oh, negate its effect. My bad. Alright, 35 straight to the face. Three cards now for Song to work with from the hand and 1 from the field. Probably the one on the field, safe to assume it's not gonna do much against an untargetable monster. And quite frankly, like, you have to get 3 monsters on the field, and for you to do that you have to have the Chandler. A Harpy discard would be ideal, and the Perfumer straight from the deck. Egotist, go into that Thunder Spark and hope for your opponent to not have a follow-up next turn, but we have seen the rabbit being bounced back to hand, and we have also seen another Martin in the grave. So honestly, like, it's gonna be very rough, especially when one of the cards is the Haunting Ground. Not even a Harpy monster, guys. That's unlucky. That's straight just unlucky to not open any Harpy monster in a predominantly Harpy deck. Like, you have what? 10 Harpy monsters, right? 2 of Oracle, Lady 1, 3 of Perfumer and Chandler. Usual ratios, not anything special with like Glyph or Harpists. Although I think we have seen Harpist actually from Song. Pretty sure we did see Harpist from Song actually. Alright, we'll be attempting to bounce 2, and we'll go so successfully. And, well, I don't see a way to deny this. I mean, drowning can be a possibility, but at this point, right, but we have seen the card being played from Song in this 21 cards version. It's not by any means a core card, but you know how some players like to adjust their decks within Team Wars according to their opposition. Sung probably... Alright, there's the book. And yeah, with that, it will be back to an equal scoreline of 2-2. And now, gonna have to see what Inti-san intends to counter this deck with. So, how was the Duel Links Team Wars? Oh my god. Well, you can also say that Duel Links Team Wars is a main channel game between Duel Links Taiwan and FHX. Well, I did mention earlier that I was refereeing it, but haven't paid the most attention to what the players have played in the last few games. But the fact that Moon managed to get that whole thing back was... You start to wonder where did it go wrong for FHX. The LTW is so resilient within that that comeback attempt. Successful comeback attempt. Not sure about other games that have been going on in the meantime. I heard there were a lot of actually not we can say one-sided games maybe, either from one team or both teams. Like one team just strikes early on in the match, the other team strikes way later on in the match, and it just becomes a battle of who can be more resilient towards the end. When, well, I have heard about that kind of story. Hope you guys did have a good casting. Shao's and Nightfox, shout out to them. Waiting on the next player to join. Soon enough. Yeah, I can see that, Jason. Especially Luna, yeah. One could also say that Harpies didn't get the most proper treatment, because like when you kill one of the best decks with Onomat, which kind of keeps Harpies in check, you know, it's gonna... If you nerf Onomat, well then the next best deck, which is that that Harpies, it's gonna wreak some havoc. And we will see if that is the case as well from Seku, who just joined the room. And we will be seeing double Yami Yugi. Shout out to HeyZZy for being reliable and goated. And thank you, buddy. Alright, 27 cards from the side of Seku. That already tells me, from my own personal player experience, that it could be a Thunder Dragon deck we haven't seen the most today. Yesterday, some people tried to make it work, but I don't think it worked as much as they would have liked to. Maybe it was good in testing. Maybe it was just unlucky in the official. But maybe Seku has the right build. And you still have to remember, at the end of the day, Thunder Dragon is a legitimate Luna Light counter from the previous meta. There's the Tenki adding the bird, the 1-off bird, or 2-off if you're crazy, I guess. we have seen earlier that he did have 2 Martins, so I'm just playing around. And just like last game, we have seen the bird into Martin combo, the best turn 1 starting combo. Just gonna end up on that bird in hand, Martin on the field, and hopefully at least 1 hand trap. Got some news of another game that just ended. SEM defeated Last Killer with a score of 10-7. Quite interesting there. SEM did grab an early lead, but then Last Killer came back. But in the end, SEM kind of had the hold of them. Triple fusion once again for the Saber Dancer. So he did go for it, rather than passing on the Martin. Maybe he didn't have a hand trap. That's also just as likely. But speaking of likely, I actually didn't expect this to be a Fire King. And Onslaught, well, that's the FTK card, I guess, for going up against Lunas. You summon the Onslaught, they will just lose. Second turn, and the game has already been decided, in my opinion. Gurunex gonna special summon in defense, destroy the face down Barong as well as the Saber Dancer. Now with 3 cards in hand, at least you have the Martin in the grave. Do you have the Rabbit? Yes, you do. Right off the top, in fact. Can special that bird if he wants to. Cannot check the grave right now because he is deciding, but there's the bird. Intends surely to go for that rank 4, maybe Spider. Spider into Korbaj if he does have the space for Korbaj. You know, when I play Lunas, I don't play them often, but for example for KC Stage 1, when I just wanna go at it fast, I play Luna sometimes. And I just literally forget that White Rabbit can return spells or traps. Like when you have that setup of Bird Engrave, Martin Engrave, Rabbit as well, you just focus on that rank 4 into Fusion, into OTK. It's like you completely turn your brain off. But now it is a bad matchup for Lunalights with Fire King. The Prime counter here being sent from Inti's son. There is rank 4. It's gonna be the Tiger King. So he is going to actually go for that tanky search over potential game, which is perfectly fine. You can also just wait until you have that chance to OTK, that chance to burn through hand traps and hopefully get something worth out of a Cat Dancer. Barong, which was destroyed in the previous standby, will be searching for that Fire King Island finally. It is quite an uninteractive deck, yeah, I agree. The fact that the deck's theme is like you always not exactly rank up, right? But you want to go into the highest leveled fusion, which is Leo Dancer. by going through the Cat Dancer, through the Panther Dancer, and then finally into Leo. Leo as well is like Cyrus with added bonus effects, which are broken. But Saber Dancer alone is enough for the deck to be good, this good. The Runics gonna come back once again in defense. White Rabbit once again will be bouncing and can once again go for a rank 4. This time it could be... Ooh, Davide Magri YGO is reigning with a party of 59 people from that SEM versus LK match that I did describe earlier. Thank you for the raid, thank you for the stream as well, and thank you Panda for the follow. Shout out to Davide, make sure to follow. And it will be an attempt to go for game here. Sin, detaching, attempting to attack. There was a big delay here, and with like 4 unknown cards in hand, and obviously the Veil on the field. This is looking like the last push, honestly, because next turn Garunix gonna at least come back on the field, can always be destroyed. Destiny draw right here, maybe not mattering that much considering you are in the winning position. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Destroy the Garunix from the field. We haven't seen any Arvada yet. Have seen the double Barong, one that was set, one that we know it's in the hand. And yeah, it's just gonna be playing that grind game that Fire Kings love to do. Slowly but surely exhausting anything Lunas can bring out. Like, we have already seen 4 extra tech cards being used, and sadly none of them to their full extent. Barong adding Circle obviously very good here to try to push for game through a hand trap. Arvada as well can get that Barong from the graveyard. You have so many ways to have game here, honestly. Like, if you really wanted to, you can even go into Tiger King if you really wanted to, but that's one hand trap. That's the second hand trap, which will be negated. Barong should be getting destroyed. Attack will be going through Arvada. Any third hand trap? No. And that's gonna be it for this one. So Seku coming in with the counter deck, doing its job. And yeah. Refresh, gonna have to switch to that second deck. Welcome Mystic. Welcome everyone once again from the DLTW versus FHX, as well as the SEM versus LK game. We have only one, I believe, other game going down at this time of the day, which is on Minimizic's channel, between Sensei and Toon Squad. So once again, another pretty cool game. Let's see what Refresh has to offer for the second deck. Oh no, David streamed the X Factors versus BR Meta. I believe, oh my god. So it was the wildest game, more wild than Taiwan versus FHX. 2 streaks of like 8-2, I believe was one, and then the other was 9-0. Kind of insane stuff if you ask me. Refresh. Second deck of Blue Eyes, casually opening double cards of consonance with the double White Son of Ancients before any Sage. And does add the last Ancients. Are we gonna see a third cards of consonance one time? No, probably too much. But yeah, well, because he did end up with 2 in the grave, Arvada will have to negate one of them, and one of them only. If he does have the Garunix in hand, that will be really good. Hi, I come here to stream snipe. Welcome, welcome, I guess. Destroys the Veil. That's really not a card you want to see being destroyed. Dragon Spirit White as well. Straight from the graveyard. What's that card? Show us, Seku. Book of Moon. That's fair. Chain will resolve. Dragon Spirit White back to face down. And now Seku with just 3 cards total. No search, no nothing. Straight to a battle phase against 3 set cards. You just cannot beat that, honestly, even though Fire Kings may have the upper hand in this match. Really, matchup rather. And there's the last stone. And animation for the Blue Eyes. Roar XD. Yeah, safe to say this is looking like game in a couple of ways. There's Spirit coming on the field. And at this point, Spirit is just gonna... The Spirit alone would be hard to deal with, but you also have 3 set back row to also deal with if you're Seku. So the only thing remaining... Alright, there is that Kite Droid. Destiny Draw is active. The only card really you can hope for is Onslaught, I think. Onslaught, hope for your opponent to have nothing, get over that Spirit, and just, I guess, hope for the best as well for the next turn. So there is that Destiny drawn Onslaught. Garunix onto the field. And yeah, I guess there's not much to say, honestly, due to just a setup that Blue Eyes managed to achieve. Second turn, hard drawn, 2 cards of Consonance, 2 White Stone of Ancients. It's just too much to deal with. And Seku understands that, and it will be that 3-3 scoreline. getting rid of that very pesky Fire King. Let's go, boys. Sorry about that. Seku back to the table, and with that we will be back into the game. Jack Atlas. Jack Atlas, guys. We have seen this exact character being used before for heroes, but we haven't seen any resonator post boundless being used yet, if I recall correctly. And it actually will be the heroes. Alright, pure heroes as the first to the hand. Does he have any optimal discard with like a Celestial, with like a Malicious? There you go, there's the Malicious. And it's gonna be putting the Vion. Oh no. Are both of those cards in hand increase? Maybe he runs just one increase and it's in his hand? Question mark? Regardless. I mean, that's kind of a turn one that you expect from heroes, just dumping all their monsters. However, you probably would see some more graveyard usage with the Celestial being put there. But honestly, Vion, that had to be a misclick. Or he just opened the one-off increase. Regardless of that happening, Cards of Consonance with the White Stone of Ancients, the latter triggering from the grave. Should be seeing a Dragon Spirit of White coming soon, unless he did draw into it. Once again, 3 set spells or traps. Spirit of White in defense. Fair play there for the defense. Mask change. Chain to Stratos. 4 Stratos rather. So he does have the option to return one of the newly set spells or traps, as well as having the attack of Dragon Spirit of White for free. Prismatic Blast. Double Prismatic Malicious. Glossy Stratos. Seku is a big hero fan. One of the most Prismophiable decks that we have ever had. Finally, Blast, chaining to itself to return. Big delay here can only be from Dragon Spirit of White. So we know that Refresh has a Blue Eyes in hand. Back to Seku. We'll be activating Blast once again. And there's the Karma Cut. Discarding a Blue Eyes. If that is his only Blue Eyes, well, this Dragon Spirit won't be able to tag out. We know one of the other cards in hand is the Spell or Trap that he returned earlier. Karma Cut onto the Blast. Could have probably been avoided if he just... Well, you can also, like, you don't care what he returns. You can hit him either way. Oh! Okay, so the card he did start in hand with was Minimum Ray. That begs the question, nah, he had to have Misclick. No other way you don't run Increase. That's actually a really sad Misclick to think about. But he does have the second mass change, so... Are we perhaps gonna see the Anki successfully coming down onto the field and perhaps pushing for game here? Mass change does resolve. Beat down activated. 3 level 5 or higher monsters. That's a lot of attack. Huh. He needs a second Karma Cut because Ultimate Providence doesn't do anything here. Not even the second Blois in hand would do anything here. And what's it gonna be? It's gotta be Karma Cut into Blois, I guess. Is this game gonna conclude in Seku's favor after that misclick? One of the worst misclicks you can actually do within Duel Links is in Heroes. Increase does so much for the Ferris combo. Like right now, he could have actually had the Celestial draw set up. If he had another Destiny Hero in the grave. Juggernaut Spirit White finally activating. Intends to maybe wall out the Anki, or attempt to. It all depends on that last spell or trap being set. Someone's in defense, Anki will activate this effect. And no delay. So it was probably a counter trap. Oh my, Seku winning after that misclick. Oh my god. Yeah, mass change top deck there was very brutal for refresh. Damn. Never punished, I guess. Still, it is still close. 3 and 4, only 1 hour in. Still plenty of counter decks to pick from. Although I'm not sure if teams really prepare counter decks for Heroes especially. It's more like Heroes being the counter deck for something. Seku, Fire King hero, repping that double rogue pair, meant to just disrupt meta decks, or rather the most expected or used decks. And yeah, we'll have to see what they SGL is thinking about bringing. Keep in mind, it will have to be the win for SGL right here and now if they want to save some of that RD. It's looking quite bad for a 2 and 3 team to have that amount of RD lost. And just as well, conversely, Inti-san can keep up their good streak and good start within the season. Let's change this this background music. I don't quite like it. You know, I actually haven't heard the Arc V background music. So let's have a look at that. 2 seconds in and I already love it. Holy. Alright, you already know this is gonna be a background music for Team War Talks. Oh my god. It sounds so good, oh my god. You know, I never play with music on, which is why I have this this reaction. But I didn't expect this to be so good. Like, compare it to the earlier music of the DM world, which is so boring, right? Oh my god, it's violin. Sheesh. Oh, even in the upper octaves. Piano coming in. Alright, enough jerking off to the music now. We have another member coming into. It's gonna be Sho. And let's go. Yummy. Triff once again. Kappa. With a complementary man and sleeve combo. What's Seku's repping? I don't quite identify those sleeves. Are those... Is that Bloom Melodious? Cannot quite tell, but the mat, the OG Fulgrand Dragon, Vion, this time around to start up, or attempt to start up rather, because, you know, Ferris still your best main deck hero, Shadow still your best normal summon, and there's another game actually that started in this moment. Uchihas versus Chicks with Dex. Pretty cool match. Uchihas has been rejuvenated this season compared to the previous, and they are quite on the run. I believe they are 4-1 right now. Yeah, 4-1, tied as of last week with Sun Clan in record, but only having one more RD, Uchihas. Alright, does banish the increase that he sent for the poly and subsequently sets 2. Show us what you got. There's the Fire King. Onslaught, always good to start with. Straight from the deck, good runics. Two sets as well. Successfully going through, no indication of a mass change. Which is fair, you really don't want your Anki to be popped by this incoming Garunix. In defense, currently no signs of knowing the rest of the cards in hand from Show. For all we know, there could be a hand trap. But still, you have to think about it. It is 30 cards. It can be pretty much anything. Check that MST out on the rightmost. And we say goodbye to one book. Minimum ray. Oh my god. That minimum ray just stuck to Seku's hand. Enter battle. Oh yeah. Should be seeing that mask change coming soon. Gonna be pretty rough if he decides to float into Arvada and he attacks and destroys Arvada. Oh, or attack directly, that's also fine. That is what you want to do. 1400. Not anymore. It's gonna be 0 thanks to the Book of Moon. Ooh, another mass change. To be activated in response to the book. Anki to the grave. New Anki to the field. And attack directly, no delay. Up until the veil. Oh, damn. Currently, one could say Seku still is in a decent position. It only matters if Sho has a way to destroy that Garunix and get rid of that Anki. Still, Seku does need 3 direct attacks without any negation for Anki. Is TG will still be on the tier list after the skill nerf? We don't know much currently, but TG Dino surely is going to die out, thanks to, you know, the fact that you do need to return 1 TG card, and you run only like 6 of those in those 28 to 30 cards. Anki searching the last mass change here. And we're greeted by the Fire King Island finally. So now Sho surely has a duel in the bag. It's gonna be very hard for Seku to do anything in this instance. It's generally a really bad matchup for heroes either way. Is he gonna set that Barong? Or is he gonna keep it in the hand? We'll be setting it. Now here, an MST could very well be very dangerous. Chalice, right off the top as well. Interesting. Alright, so he will be keeping that Anki as well as the Barong. Straight into battle. Goes for the Barong. And yeah, Garunix once again next turn is gonna come back. Surely. At this point, if you're Inti's son, you're gonna have to think about what's the best counter deck to send into this Fire King. You have quite a couple of options. You first and foremost have the Gaia. Gaia certainly a pretty good in meta counter to Fire Kings. We say goodbye to Anki. You know there is a mass change in hand for Seku. Thinking about his options, there is the second Vion. Sending off that Celestial. Cannot sadly activate its effect this turn. Let's check that grave real quick. So we don't have any other Destiny hero currently, but we do have the Polymerization. Also sending them malicious. Adoration. Adoration is gonna be just that little bit reduced, and Beatdown will be used. Last ditch effort in an attempt to get something. Arvada, float back to Garunix. I guess you had the mass change at the very least to prevent this Garunix from coming back. But any Garunix in hand, any Arvada, any... Oh, never mind. This effect is not hard once per turn? Hello? I've been playing this deck for like 8 months and I have never seen this. Oh my god. Alright then, well I guess it's kind of over at this point. Seku only has the Celestial draw remaining with this and the Malicious. Fake Fire King player. I guess you can say that, right? Adds Yaksha. That's a card you don't often see. And there we go. Drawing for the turn, Seku. Standby. Garunix says hello. Yaksha. What's he gonna destroy here? Oh my god. Nephthys reveals that he has a Nephthys at this point in the match. Curious to see that. Stratos. Is he gonna search actually? Because you don't have a lot of cards to, you know, summon. So he opted not to search. The good play here. And he has the Ferris and, well, at this point in the match, have that one increase left. Probably nothing to go into though, right? Yeah. Nothing to go into. And, well, no way to kinda... It's just a slow death at this point. Fire King Island. Destroying everything. Onslaught. Activating as well. There's another Garunix. And there's an Arvada. And I think that's game. There you go. After a long, hard-fought battle, Show managing to keep the resource game up, has managed to win successfully. And once again, we are put into an equal scoreline. don't think I have any graphic prepared for this game in particular, but I would like to search for previous match reports, maybe from the previous week, from these two teams. Oh my god, switcheroo, 10-1 SGL. Okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Yeah, I'm going to spare them. At least SGL. On the other side of things, Inti 10-7 against Toon Squad after an insane comeback from none other than Ivan Chavez, which is also on the table, grabbing 5 of those 7 wins actually with Blue Eyes. And this is probably the deck we will be seeing now, considering the Ultimate Dragon's activation there. So his trademark deck, one could say, Blue Eyes, being played last week, which was before the ban list, and did manage to win against 2 Onomats there, 2 Harpies and 1 Thunder Dragon with Sark. Hoping for the bricks there. Bricka, bricka, bricka. I don't remember the clip exactly. Welcome, welcome, Jumpy. So 1 set only thus far. We have seen earlier. Refresh it was, yeah, refresh. Opening quite well with the cards of consonants, with the White Stone of Ancients, both games. In fact, in one of the game, doing it twice. So let's see if Ivan can also replicate that that Blue Eyes success that the refresh had. Instead, it will be a monster set. We probably know what that monster is, but 25 cards still for show. Is he gonna open with that onslaught? For sure. For sure not. It's gonna be just the 1 set. I believe we do know he runs book. If my memory serves right. We have seen the MST onto book in the previous duel. Face up White Stone. Are we gonna see an alternative? Or are we gonna see perhaps a Sage as well? Or a second Ancients? Alright. This already tells me, book me, or I'm gonna go into Princess Sprite. Or that, or just book onto the Princess Sprite. That works just as well. Alright, it's gonna go through actually. So we'll detach that White Stone to mill a Blue Eyes. Swings for 1800. Veil, although we'll say no. Special summons itself, grabs back that 1800 life points. Y'all know what Veil does. And Phase Ancients. Did we draw the Dragon Spirit White or no? We drew it. There is the second Blue Eyes of the game being revealed, this time on the field. Blue draws card. There's a Barong, setting up the grounds for a rank 4 summon. Is he gonna be something like a Tiger King perhaps for an extension for the next turn? Is it gonna be perhaps something like a Malevolent Sin? Or even something along the lines of core page maybe with a book. Probably a bit too much of a waste of resources, but we will be finding out just now. It's gonna be Diamond Direwolf actually. Alright, this tells me that there's still a slight chance that he has Onslaught. Perhaps he top-decked Onslaught this turn, and well, he had Veil, so he has to have a way to get rid of his monsters, and Diamond Direwolf does exactly that. Diamond Direwolf, very good card, really good card honestly, to just, you know, put both of the materials from the field to the grave while also having a pop available at your disposal. Alright, so there was the play actually, and even targets the back row, so very fortunate for sure right now. Getting out the Garunix finally, in quite a good position. Sprite being destroyed means another Ancient will be in effect by the end phase. Adds a Blue Eyes to the hand. There's still one Blue Eyes left in the grave. Now this is where a Providence or a Karma Cut would be so ideal. Just the one monster right now for Sho. Barong. If Sho wants to take the risk, he can go for the island here. Try to get as many resources going as possible. If he has a monster in hand, he could even push for game. And keep in mind, any Blue Eye swing, even into Garunix, means Destiny draw for Sho. Considering he is just 200 off of Destiny draw right now. And there's the Karma Cut. Alright, so he did that upon the activation of the Fire King Island instead of the effect. Can just choose to bring it back to face up. And well, normal summon Yaksha can also do the trick, so Sho getting back the lead for Shadow Games Links. Very well played there. Could be expecting to see a repeat as well from Ivan. It will actually be the case for a repeat, so Inti-san repeating the Blue Eyes deck against Fire Kings. This music is so good. I may honestly just play with music on whenever I'm AFK in the game, doing like, I don't know, uploading some Team Wars matches on YouTube. Alright, Sho and Ivan. Game number 2. Blue Eyes versus Fire Kings. Fire Kings going first. Sets and activates Stinky. That's that's a play, I guess. Normal summon Arvada and pass. That's a decent turn one, especially if you have that Barong in the hand. But just as good of a turn opener is the Cards of Consonance. Really love to see that, especially in multiples. Arvada sadly won't be able to negate both. And we have seen that happen already in Refresh's game, where he did open up 2 Cards of Consonance against Arvada. Are we even gonna see a third potentially? maybe asking for too much, right, at this point. You don't want to draw into every single Blue Eyes. But I'm sure he did draw into quite a couple of spells or traps. Maybe not so much. Are we even gonna see a negate by destroying Veil? No, it's gonna be the Garunix this time. So at least something to work off with. Show God attempting to continue this little streak with the Fire Kings. Blue Eyes coming onto the field. Just like Garunix. Both flying high, sky high, like a bird. Can't stop, won't stop, destroying everything. Unless Providence. Or Karma Cut as well can work for future turns. And Arvada will actually negate the Garunix, which is fairly decent play. You wanna keep yourself going for this turn at least. Try to get maybe that Karma Cut off. Try to bait it somehow. One set as well. Back to Ivan. Garunix once again resurrecting. This time around we surely should be seeing him destroy everything on the field. Send straight to the graveyard. Straight to the grave. Activate Wasteland from outside of your deck. 200 boost for literally no monster within both players' decks. Not even from the extra. What did it buff? Rocks? Zombies? And I think it was something else. Or maybe just those two, Rock and Zombie. Nonetheless, Spirit. Maybe Show overplaying his hand there by having him keep that Blue Eyes on the field. Thank you for the follow, Avatar. Blue Eyes as well being added to the hand could have been, or could still be, an indication of Twin Burst approaching thanks to the skill, but not on the main phase of turn 4 for a later turn. Is this attack? Well, not going through now. We know that much. Spirit Dragon, interestingly, will be activated and won't be negated thanks to Arvada having already activated its effect earlier on. Azure. And another thing, a very interesting thing to actually note here, Garunix triggers first due to the turn player priority. So that Azure will manage to special summon successfully next turn. Or rather not. No, I'm just bugging. For some reason I thought it was Ivan's turn right now. So no, Ivan's Azure will trigger first, and then Garunix trigger after. So finally the Arvada is gone, and with that the Karma Cut successfully has been baited. So Show taking up that risk with allowing the Synchro Summon to occur, having paid off, but one of the discards actually was the Giant Spirit, and with that it banishes the Onslaught. Are we gonna see something along the lines of an Ultimate Providence? No. Getting rid of the Azure as well as the Dragon Spirit. 2 cards left in hand for show. And currently it is looking like game. Although the one set can be detrimental. Ultimate Dragons activated. So he intends to go at last for the fusion summon. Still has a couple of remaining stones in the grave. Oh, it will be the Neo coming down onto the field. This, you can say, could be the last turn. Sadly though, can only attack this once as far as attack positions monsters are concerned. Arvada from the deck, floating back to the graveyard Garunix. Not to mention this setup is kind of ruined by any hand trap. So Neo next turn, more than likely to actually be destroyed. Oh! Oh no, the sphere. You start to wonder if that sphere was actually needed. Considering it could have floated into Arvada, but then he probably would have chosen to not destroy the Arvada that way. And well, sadly, still won't be able to get rid of that Neo. It's only a matter of time until we get to see another Karma Cut. We have seen, I believe, only one thus far. And with only 6 cards remaining in the deck, 2 set cards on the field, it's not the most unlikely to actually see a Karma Cut right now. Be it this set card. Oh, it will be the set card. If he did it in the battle step, there is no Sphere Kuriboh to be activated. And because of the attack, not even Veil will be enough. It's gotta be that Kytroid. Oh my god, he does have the Kytroid. But that's only the first attack. He's gonna need a lot more Kytroids than just that. Second attack commencing. Kytroid once again from the graveyard. But there is the final attack. Neo Blue Eyes. Is it gonna go through? Yes it will. 45 to the face. Destroying Show. And once again, attempting to start a streak with Blue Eyes. Five to 5. Not sure if we have any of the 2 players on the power rankings as of week 5. Yeah, we don't have either of them. What about week 4? No, week 4 not as well. That can tell you that they are working together when getting the wins. Show back to the second deck. Should be starting anytime. And let's go. Show going first. Is this? It is a Harpies. show role playing as well with the sleeves and mat combination. Very cool, very cool. Has a Chandler. Very well. Has the double Chandler actually. Very well. Your expected and most optimal turn 1. Oh, Perfumer, adding the Egotist. This tells me he has... Oh. Alright. Alright, that's a really good turn 1 setup to go up against the Cards of Consonance type of strategy. And speaking of which, the top decked card, Cards of Consonance. So Abyss Dweller, thankfully, is here to deal with that. And whatever else is left to deal with, maybe the 2 set cards can attend to. Sage. Display. Man. If we're gonna see the alternative here, or perhaps an Ancient Rules here, the set cards better deal with that. If he's this confident to go into this setup with the Abyss Dweller. Oh. And the more cards he goes through the deck, the more he's trying to fish for that Blue Eyes alternative White Dragon. Or perhaps back row as well to stop that Chandler effect from activating next turn if he does top deck into a Harpy Lady. And that's gonna be it. So Show, still with 1 material left onto his Dweller. And Chandler successfully topping into a Harpist. That's a really good discard here. That's a really good discard right there. Perfumer now can add the Feather Rest. Could try to go into the level 8 Cyber Slash if Ivan lets you. Currently haven't seen any Ultimate Providence. But surely we should be seeing a Karma Cut coming soon. Deny that draw 2 or attempt to. For all we know, there could be a Lance face down. Discards the Stone. Cyber Slash will return itself, meaning that we won't see the draw 2 at least. Oh, Divine Wrath. I mean, that's... Huh. Not sure if I quite agree with that kind of play. Probably would have been the best to keep it for the Abyss Dweller actually. Because you do have the White Stone of Ancients in the grave right now. Which was discarded by the Karma Cut. That's really ugly to see. Still, does have sufficient materials for the Feather Rest, topping into a 3rd back row. And lastly, we cannot forget about a Harpist. Harpist can add Oracle, is one of the choices. Perfumer, later on in the game, is very good. Although there are 2 in the grave, some people that opt to play, for example, 1 TTH, have opted to play just 2 Perfumers. It's not uncommon to see that in tournaments, for example. But nonetheless, Sage will be adding the last White Stone of Ancients. Surely he doesn't have a 3rd Cards of Consonance. By turn 4, we successfully resolved 3 cards of consonants. And we got to special summon a Blue Eyes. With an Abyss Dweller on the field, activating twice already. No words. Alright, Chandler, that was searched previously. Oh, D-Wrath. Dweller. Abyss Dweller. Eller. Eh. Okay, it has no more effects, so no more under the Abyss Dweller. Finally, we can activate some Stone of Ancients from the graveyard. We have one set at our disposal. Book of Moon to try to preserve that that Dweller. I don't know what kind of top deck you need here. I guess Perfumer is a pretty good one if you have that Egotist available at your disposal. Oracle actually could have been very good as well. Just normal summon the Oracle. You have a couple options there. You can get the Harpy's Hunting Ground if need be. Although it's maybe a bit too late. Another is obviously the Egotist. But yeah, there's something interesting to actually point out in regards to this duel. Only 3 cards remaining for even. It's not too close to the deck out. But Show has to have something good coming up. He did draw into another backcourt previously, and we haven't seen quite every single of the Harpies monsters yet. Haven't seen any Oracle. There's still 2 challengers left remaining in the deck. We'll be adding once again a Giant Spirit White, leaving him with just 1 stone remaining. Swinging, is it gonna be a safe swing? No. Book of Moon, once again, to deny the attack. That's the second book. Blue Eyes back to face down, and turn. Show could still have a chance to stall until the deck out, perhaps. Especially if he gets into more back row. Especially if the back rows are spells. It's not that likely that perhaps an Ultimate Providence of some sort or D-Wrath. They don't work against spells, so. Sage, however, can be a problem. Now you start to wonder, if you're even, what do you do here? Most likely should be going for that Synchro Summon, because you do put that Blue Eyes from the field to the grave, which you can add back to hand, which you can in turn use for that Twin Burst. So doing that TTH here is actually very good. You prevent that Synchro Summon from ever coming through, which could be Vermilion, adding another stone, could be Spirit, which could just chain and put another monster. Could be a lot of unknown things, and you don't want that to happen. Straight to the end phase actually after that. Let's see. Attempts to swing directly. I'm expecting a Karma Cut to come through. Should be discarding that Dragon Spitter White. And there you go. No lands actually as well to protect and still have it be game. Ultimate Dragons. There's still, I believe, one Blue Eyes left remaining in the deck. So if he top decks the Blue Eyes, we can see once again the Neo Blue Eyes. Welcome, MB. Did he top the Blue Eyes or not? That's the question. Topping him right here would give you 2 turns of attempting to play through the spells or traps that Shaw has set. Although it would disable your last spell or trap if it is a discard related one. It's all or nothing, in other words. And it is all or nothing because we will be seeing, once again, the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Any bookers? Would be the last one needed. Chalice. Oh no. Nothing else. Maybe dead TTH. Oh man. That's unfortunate. Win on what could have been the second to last turn for Ivan in order to do something. But yeah, show. Sadly not enough there. Not a whole lot of monsters. Welcome guys. I see Dom, I see Mystic once again. MB as well, shouted earlier. Ace, Blue Eyes best deck. That was a little bit ridiculous, yeah. Show 3 set spells or traps. Sadly nothing to deal. Like nothing. Three cards of consonance resolved by turn 4. The first 2 on turn 2, effectless. Effectless, thanks to the Dweller, but sadly, nothing else. Dweller being used up. So will have to be one of the following players of Soberano and Haruki. Haruki, I believe, playing at like 2 AM right now, right? Is that the time in Japan? Like around that time too? Repeated Blue Eyes paying off right now for Inti, grabbing 2 wins right there. Insane openers though from Ivan. Right, we do see someone coming through, and it is actually Haruki. Or Haruki, maybe. Not quite sure how to pronounce it. Probably not like making it sound like Haruki, like a rookie. Because surely he's got some experience left to show to us. So, we will be seeing Shark. So maybe once again, a return of the Dweller. Eller, eh. Under my abyss dweller. Okay, so there's the Diva. You love to see that. There's the infantry. You also love to see that. Instant territory, making me think there isn't an additional monster to be normal sound perhaps by the infantry. No need to, right? It's not like Blois has that immediate pressure to, you know, destroy. 1, 2, 3 set cards. So he didn't even have a monster in the end. So that's quite a scary opener. Let's see if Even can match that with any potential Sage into Cards of Consonance or just Cards of Consonance straight from the go. 5 cards in hand. Dweller with the infantry attached to it. There's a Sage. Still thinking quite heavily which type of stone you would add here. It will be the Ancients rather than the Legend. Will actually be a Sage into Sage play. Should be greeted by the Dragon Spear of White anytime. And there you see it. Targeting the leftmost card. MSD is now gone. Straight into battle. Bookamoon. The kill ki- oh. I see. Welcome, welcome, Sing. Bookamoon won't be able to resolve in the way Haruki wants. Will be the Blue Eyes coming to the field. And with that, we should be seeing either another Spirit Trap being used or the Dweller. Will be the Dweller. Heavy infantry resolving and destroying the Blue Eyes. And with that, quite a lot of top decks here are game. One that comes to mind is Atlantean Squad. One that comes to mind is... okay, I didn't mean to call that. But I guess we have game here. Welcome, welcome, Mini. Hope you had a good stream actually with the Sensei up against Toon Squad match. We are having quite a game here with very even scorelines here. 6-6 currently. Haruki topping exactly what I told him to top. And destroying, in the end, the Blue Eyes. Very close. Let's see how the match ended with the results. 10-8. Once again, another close loss for Toon Squad. Feels pretty unlucky. Alright, Inti Sun. All of the players went 2-2 so far. Quite interesting. Thank you for the follow, Ihuis. So they have 2 remaining players left, Zeo and Mar de Copas. Lunos was the deck that brought it home. Oh right, I can see. Yeah, the last 2 wins having been in the favor of Sensei there. All right, Mar de Copas coming in. Alright, let's spectate. So I'm not sure how many decks there still are left in the back for Inti-san, but let's see how this water deck is going to be countered. If it will be countered, of course. We have 20 cards on Yami-Yugi going second. So Haruki going first. Deep Sea Diva in the opener going first once again. That's a very good sight to see if you are SGL right now. Infantry once again from the deck. Are we gonna see perhaps another water monster, or once again just sitting on the Dweller as usually would? No reason to overextend first turn, right? Especially against an unknown opponent. You don't know if he's playing Gaia, you don't know if he's playing perhaps Lunalights. You don't know anything as of right now, and with the one set card only, it's gonna have to do some wonders there. Big delay in the end phase. Hopefully from that, oh! It's Triff. And we are gaming on the field. Triff Portersops. Interesting. You never see that in Gaia, so I'm probably not gonna see that it's Gaia. Hello, hello, Vini. And there is the Lunar Life Fusion. Book on his own monster to attempt to prevent that third Lunar Life monster from coming through, and it will be actually done successfully. So it's only going to be the Marten and the Fox for the fusion materials. Cat Dancer only for that 2500. Haruki needs that second diva. Infantry. Ooh, into Marksman. Sadly, that is all there will be. should be pretty hard, honestly, for Lunas to try to come back from this kind of a position. Kind of depends as well on the top decks and stuff like that. Quite a long stopping here. Finally, we will be having a rank 4. Oh, will be the Bahamut Shark actually. Detaching the infantry. Getting out the Abyss Stride. I actually never read this card. Yeah, I guess it's just a 2800 wall. If you prefer not to go into the full armored Blackberry Lancer, but he will be going into full armored Blackberry Lancer. Going straight to the battle, destroying that Trifortress Ops. Or attempting to. Marte does have the Marten in the grave. But only Marten. So something like a rabbit here, probably not the most useful. It's gonna have to be a very ideal 2-card combo combination to try to get something done here. And I'm not quite sure if Marte has it. He has been thinking for a while. The most he can do is like 600 damage. Thanks to Cat Dancer. And it will be just the Cat Dancer. Alright. Yeah, so full armored Black Ray, protecting itself, remaining on the field. Remaining on the field. Something like a Diva top deck probably could have been pretty bad. But there is another rank 3 actually, with Nightmare Shark. So once again walling up with 3 Exceeds monsters. And giving again another turn for Marte to try to make that Saber Dancer get to her. And there's a TTH. Gonna successfully at least get rid of the materials there of Cat Dancer and White Rabbit. You cannot Marten your own Marten from the graveyard as well, if he had one. But it's currently looking pretty rough for Marte. Still, there is that Destiny Draw aspect to take care of. So it's probably best to push as soon as possible. Currently looking like game. It's all gonna depend on the hand traps. First attack will be going through. What about the second? Sphere Kuribo activating, and well, because of this, there's not much you can actually Destiny draw for in this instance, right? Cannot rabbit your own rabbit, cannot Morden your own Morden. You have to have the fusion already in hand, I feel like. There's Bird. Oh. Oh, the Martin. Oh no. If he... Alright, there's the Saber, I guess. And with that, lethal, thanks to Fox, can send it from wherever he wants. From the deck, that is. Sphere Kuribo making a big difference here. Successfully countering Haruki's deck. So now we're gonna have to think about the possibilities for Haruki's second deck. Something that maybe he expected Lunas, or I'm not sure what other deck counters water. Maybe Harpies? Maybe Harpies counters. But yeah. Maybe something to the counter of that. Let's go. Luna? Luna versus Luna Light. Thank you, Haruki, very cool. Great, alright. This already indicates me what type of deck this could be. And we will be seeing it in action. There's the Witchcrafters, the fan favorite. Pitore gonna discard a Holiday, so very good that he did start with Holiday, and there's no need to mill any Witchcrafter spell, because he's already got 2 in the grave. Can safely mill the Patronus if he feels like doing so. The Masterpiece, sorry, if he feels like doing so. And that will be it. Holiday back to hand. Unveiling back to hand. And quite a good turn 1 setup there. Witchcrafter very good against Lunalights actually. So expecting Haruki to have a good say within this win if things go his way. We'll be letting Emerald Bird resolve. No need to negate, right? Martin, back to the field. And there's the Lunalight Fusion. Alright, are we going to see the Saber Dancer straight out the gate? No, it will be the Cat Dancer to start off with in defense. So trying to make Haruki maybe waste some of his spells, do some negation action. Rank 4 exceeding Tiger King is gonna place that, well, not anymore, but could have placed that Tenki. And with that, you at least managed to succeed getting out the Vernegate. Still, that's all there is, because he also started with the Patronus. Quite the opening hand there. Pittori, 2 Witchcrafter spells, Patronus. Yeah, exactly what you want to see. Holiday, aka the spell with verse sleeping. What about unveiling? Why does Jenny look so intimidating in this one? Oh my god. Wine, thank you for the follow. Alright, there's Ver activating. With 1, it's gonna be the Forbidden Dress. What an interesting card to see. You usually never see Dress being played as one of the... Z plus G. Welcome, welcome. So there's Tenki coming once again. We know all 3 of Haruki's cards in hand. Unveiling, Collaboration, as well as Forbidden Dress. Here's Rabbit. Maybe can bounce that Patronus. Can set up for another rank 4. Maybe, just maybe as well. For a Saber Dancer. In 99 to 1 matchup. I mean, not everything that negates the Saber Dancer can win, right? There's still that 1%. The chance is very low, but not non-existent. Shimira has the possibility to tag out if need be. Mare thinking which rank 4 to go with. The P operative will end up getting negated, as well as the Cat Dancer. Not sure if that matters much. But we do know that he does have a fusion in hand. And with 5 cards in hand, it's probably... Alright, so we will be seeing the Lunalight fusion. 4-3. 45. Haruki does have enough to boost. No, he doesn't. Never mind. He doesn't have enough to boost for Shmira, that is. He will actually be tagging out into Pitori. Into battle. We'll try to get rid of that verb, but we will be seeing another spell being added. That means just a little bonk back to Mare with 300. Indeed. Grid very good here. Because Lunalight, well, cannot one turn kill through Fox this way. We'll be seeing both of the little Witchcrafters into attack. Ver boosting the Shmira. Holiday back to hand. And I believe we also have Collaboration back to hand. So as Unveiling. It's a lot of cards there to add back to hand. So we now know once again his whole hand. 2 Holiday, 1 Collaboration, 1 Unveiling, 1 Forbidden Dress. Hello, hello, my turn. Yeah, I have seen that Sensei has won the match. Congratulations on that. 10-8. We are currently overseeing quite a long duel between Lunalight and Witchcrafter. Witchcrafter slowly but surely getting the control of the situation. Shmira from the graveyard will be milling 1, which will be Jenny. Alright, Sphere Karibo, upon the attack declaration, he, yeah, double Sphere Karibo for that. Rabbit, once again, getting that graveyard flowing. Martin returning once again the rabbit, and that's another rank 4. 1 card rank 4 as long as you have a level 4 in the grave that is called Lunalight, and 1 Martin every single turn, baby. But I guess yeah, it's a bit too much at this point to try to deal with. So back to 7-7, very even score lines. Marte is back on the table. And we are ready to spectate. Let's go into the next match. And here we see Shark once again. So this would be the third or fourth water of this match, if it is water. And there you go. Heavy infantry into Diva. Are you gonna see a double exceed first turn? Territory being used. First one of the two. Exceed Shokan. Should be that Abyss Dweller. Did not use the marksman, so it's only going to be the face up pop. Only one spell trap as well. Pittori. Discards the collaboration and goes straight into Ver. Pittori will actually activate. Marte hasn't chosen yet to Abyss Dweller. Although that Ver is looking like a really good target to pop with the Dweller. And here you go. Will be exactly that. Dress. Oh my god. This basically says you cannot pop me on the following chain. Dress coming in real clutch here. Does things that no other card can do. Treacherous Trap Hole, however, should assure that it's not gonna allow the Ver to stay up. And here, Marte is in quite a winning position. Only 2 cards from the side of Haruki, 1 only on the field. Almost any monster feels like game here. Oh, even the just drawn MST. Patronus. At the holiday, if he can live, he could get out the Ver. Deep Sea Diva, though. That's the second, and that's game. Haruki did well on his run, but there's still one great shark left, still in the sea. With Marte. Double Dweller. Grit. Oh my god, I completely forgot about Grit. There's one pop only. One face-up pop only. There is Holiday in the hand for the Ver. However, he needs another dress. Or Jenny can work too. Provided he has the spells, which I believe he does have a collaboration in the grave. So he can go into Verb once again without any repercussions. He just has to successfully add the collaboration, which won't happen, unfortunately. So this face down right here, it's gotta be a Patronus, I feel like. There has been one Patronus already being used. No banished Witchcrafter spells as of right now. Oh, he does have it. We're still in it. Book. Oh my god. I can feel the pain right now. It's still a game. Marte. Book of Moon. Top deck. Insane. Insane scenes. Haruki's time is over now. And now we will be down to the last player for Shadow Games Links. If he summoned attack squad of D5 this game, no. Well, it was 22 attack Dweller. 1900, yeah, it was game. It was game. But not punished. Not punished for missing lethal. He had to, I feel like he had to have top decked exactly that in order to win. Nonetheless, it's down to the very last player of Soberano. Maybe he gets to turn it around. It's still too close for comfort for both teams. One match is about to start pretty soon. It will be the FM versus Divine match. Both towards the lower side of the division currently. Thank you for the follow, Ed. And well, if FM wants any chance to be close to making playoffs, they have to win this game against Divine. It's currently 0-5. Another game will be starting in 30 minutes, which will be one of the matches of this week, a featured match between D-Fusion and Phoenix. So if we are gonna be there here for long enough, we can directly host that instead. Both 4-1 teams towards the top of their division alongside Pharaohs. My Valentine for Soberano. With a fiery, flamey mats and sleeves for the Harpies. Or could it's not always Harpies. If anything, it told us that like 21, 22-ish cards can also mean Triamids. Who knows? It's so hard to play around this, honestly. 3 set spells or traps for Soberano. Let's see it. Any divas? Any infantry into divas? Maybe not the best to summon infantry into 3 back row though. Right off the top we will be seeing the marksman being summoned. Lone marksman on the field. How many back rows to go along with it? Or perhaps a silent angler? That would also be pretty nice. To straight into battle actually. Alright, so there is a chance for lethal, but through 3 spells or traps. I don't think so. There's book for the marksman. Channeler, very good to see here. There's a book being gone, or rather used. No souls, no nothing, but still 2 spells or trap being left for Soberano. Wait, how big is Channeler actually? 1500. Alright. So currently Soberano would have to go for that territory of the sharks. Go into that dweller perhaps. And try to get rid of that Channeler. There's an attack squad. Straight into battle. Gonna attempt to get rid of that channel with only 1 monster. Still has that risk of not destroying it successfully, but I don't think we're gonna. Oh my god, we're gonna be seeing the 3rd book. Third book in the first few cards. You start to wonder if it was a good opener or not. But there's still a lot of monsters for Soberano to try to go through. And we still don't know if that channeler actually has a harp in hand to discard. MST right off the top for one of the set cards. Which will it be? It's gonna be the middle one. And I have to hope for your channel to live right now. And also be live. Book of Moon on his own monster, that's fair. Chandler back to face up. Chandler effect going through. Oh man, imagine if the set card is a TTH, that would be absolutely heartbreaking. Yeah. Absolutely heartbreaking indeed. No matter which one he chose, it just feels like the same outcome would be there. Oh, there is a slight chance, maybe, to draw into a TTH if he runs just one Egotist. Chandler, not the worst, but certainly also not the best. Territory of the Sharks. Behemoth. He is gaming right now. Gonna go into the full armored Black Ray Lancer. Huge power play here for Mar. And Soberano down to just one card. You start to wonder what kind of card could save him from this position. And there's not many. And he knows that. And it's gonna be match point for Inti's son. $79, waiting for Soberano to either switch to the second deck or continue with this one through a repeat fashion. Should he continue with a repeat, it will have to be Harpies from now until the end. Alright, seemingly we will be having a repeat coming through. So it will have to be the Harpies until the end. Let's go. Mar going first, Diva in his openers, good. Infantry. We'll actually normal summon a monster, which will be the attack squad. Territory coming through. Rank for imminent. All that good stuff contained within the Dweller. One only or two? It will be the one only spell trap, so it's gonna be back to Soberano. Should he have the Chandler and the Swallows, that could just mean the game right here. Oh, MST and Harpies, quite interesting. We'll be getting rid of the book. And he's actually gonna book the Dweller as well. Let's see what Harpy does Soberano have in hand. Chandler here is gonna be huge. Perfumer, not as much, but it's still gonna get you to Cyber Slash. And he also added Feather Rest, so that already tells me he's got the Egotist in hand. There we go. There's Cyber Harpy Lady, and imminently Cyber Slash should be appearing. Now, here's an interesting line of thought. Which monster would you get rid of if you don't have another spell? You could opt for the Dweller, considering it does have 22. Oh, he has a Egotist, never mind. I guess you get rid of both. This also confirms to me that he is not playing Treacherous. Or rather, not just to me, but to everyone. To Egotist. We know the last card in his hand, which is Feather Rest. So now back to Marty. Marty, what do you have? Do you have another Diva, perhaps? It's gonna be a set monster only. I can already see that being the infantry. He had one unplayable card on his first turn. And he had to normal summon the attack squad. Still is unable to activate the Feather Rest, but just attacking over should be game. Provided the set spell or trap doesn't do anything. And even if it does, well, there's still one monster remaining to attack with. So it's game nonetheless. Okay, if you waited for the book, perhaps if you had a book and you booked the Lady 1, there still was a chance. But Soberano will be taking this one. And we will be going down to also the last player for Inti Sun, which is Zeo. Zeo, what a name. It actually means God in my language. Means God in a lot of languages though. So Let's see if the god has it in him. Oh man, not just a god but also a king. With the Supreme King coming through. Not a whole lot of decks to be ran on Supreme King. Holy shit, this music is insane. Oh, an Aluf. Straight out the gate. Quite the opener here. Literally old Thunder Giants. We'll be having the rank 6 in the form of Bouncer, the one you want on turn 1. And back to Soberano. Haven't seen any Swallow's Nest opener from Soberano just yet. Makes me think if we are about to see it sometime soon. Bouncer will be negating, however. Swallow's Nest, though. Are we also gonna see a Harpy card in hand? Should be a very big deal if so. Surely he does have one, right? Even something like Feather Rest or an additional hunting ground still gets you to that rest if hunting ground. Zo, if I have it right, here in the chat with us, waiting for the Harpy to be done with the turn. Let's see, Chandler finally activating. Discards the Oracle. For an Oracle, Perfumer was earlier negated, so negate the effect. Oh, okay. Oracle at least can add back the Harpy's hunting ground in the end phase. Gonna opt for a rank 4 instead of Cyber Slash. Will be number 70 Malevolent Sin. Ascending to the field. Gonna get rid most likely of that Bouncer's materials. And also swinging into the Aloof. If you really wanted to, for some reason, you could add the Bouncer to the extra deck. Obviously, no use, but Dark will be the one to be added. Should be also seeing the discard. Yeah, there it is. And that's a lot of materials already in the grave, especially the premium Roar and Dark, as well as the Light. So something like a Livianeer here could be very busted. Sin coming back. Hawk will be activating for Roar. And Zell already exclaiming GG. I'm sure we will be seeing that Aegis, I suppose, in this instance. The two OG Thunder Dragon and the Thunder Dragon Dark going for a number 61 Volcasaurus. Original attack, so it's gonna be 1200 worth of damage and ranking up into the Gaia. So it would be lethal through one hand trap. And there you go. It's gonna be the end of this. Thank you for a follow, King Goose. And yeah, Zell manages to close it out for Inti Sun. 10-8. Congratulations to Inti Sun. And congratulations to Shadow Games Links as well. Pretty good war. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it. So I'm probably going to leave you out. Right. So that will be it. I'm gonna leave you with who are we raiding? Okay, let's raid Rella. So thank you once again for tuning in to this awesome match, 10-8 in favor of Inti Sun. Good luck to next week to both teams, Shadow Games Links and Inti Sun. And see you around. Thank you for the follow, Dark.